My video for October the 19th, 2019, I'm sorry, the October 18th, 2019, is video number 3240. The title is, "It's the Economy, Stupid." Who or what control elections in the US? Historically, at least the past 150 years, whichever party is supposedly in control when the economy takes a downturn, the other party wins the next election. People have the impression that the economy is doing well now, which, if that perception continues, would mean that Donald Trump will have 4 more years. Of course, if there is a depression, it will be up in the air. Yeah, I know the Democrats are trying hard to impeach him, but they have not followed protocol. I'm sure Trump's attorneys will do all they can to hinder the more corrupted of the 2 major parties. Yes, they are both corrupted. Will the swamp ever be drained? Will humanity ever be freed from these charlatans who have taken away human rights for a very long time using legalese, which, as I keep saying, is unlawful? And I forgot a letter here I got to put in. Anyway, I have somebody else wanting to know what my agenda is in regard to homosexuality. I think that adults should have the right to choose who they love and how they love at their own discretion. That is not something the government should be involved in. The only thing that I would like to see government do or laws passed is to prevent pedophilia. That is the abuse of infants and children for sexual activities of adults. That should be something that, that needs to be stopped. However that happens, it needs to be stopped. And of course, the other thing is people try to divide on issues of race. I do advocate race, the human race, which is made up of red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in his sight. And that's a song that I just quoted. And I'm going to go to the next verse. Jesus loves the little children of the world. Well, apparently the elite love the little children in the wrong way. And that's a sad thing. That child abuse has to be brought to an end because it corrupts people, most people, for their entire life, although there are some rare exceptions where people get out of it. But this political chicanery that's been going on will continue to go on. I mean, there is literally a political war of individuals trying to get Trump out of office. And they use any tactics that they can possibly conceive of, and yet they're trying to not step beyond what their safety zones, if you will. I think Nancy Pelosi is an idiot, and I think most of the Democrats are idiots. Now, there are exceptions. Again, I've supported Cynthia McKinney. I supported Dennis Kucinich. They're both Democrats. I supported Ron Paul. He's supposedly a Republican, because party has nothing whatsoever to do with it. Does the individual have integrity? Are they honest? Are they loving? Do they want to try their best to use the wisdom that they have to make decisions that will benefit everyone, not just an elect clique of very wealthy individuals? That's the thing that bothers me about Donald Trump. He obviously had to have the backing of very wealthy individuals, and he has the backing of Israel, which, to me, as long as Israel is fighting the Palestinians, they are on the wrong side of the moral issue. It's just as simple as that. People have a right, whether they're Kurds, excuse me, whether they're Kurds or whatever, all people have a right to their own identity and their own choices of religion, their own choices of political affiliation, etc. There is free will, but the free will has to end when it begins, when people holding one opinion try to violate the will, the free will of another, and cause mayhem and cause all sorts of problems for individuals that try to stand in their own integrity based on what they perceive the reality to be. And the reality of warfare, as I've said so many times, is just simply a business profitable idea. War makes money for those that support it. And again, the international bankers have supported both sides of every major conflict for a long time. It is a problem that we have to address, not turn toward some of the other important but less important issues that face humanity at this time. All over the world, people are waking up. All over the world, people are, because of the internet, as I've said in recent videos, are being subjected or presented information that contradicts the official story. I believe in conspiracies. Everything has been a conspiracy, and perhaps the worst conspiracy of all that was ever allowed was the fallen angel one. Now, is that true? Does that have any historical facts? I don't know. It's what I've been taught. I wasn't there at that time. All I can do is base my opinions on what I've read and what I've looked at and what I intuit. And sometimes I don't even trust my own intuition, quite honestly, because I've had very strong feelings and felt that I was right about certain things, but I'm not going to butt heads with people. And I question everything. That's why I've moved from being a Gnostic to being an agnostic, but I'm not an atheist. I believe there had to be a first cause, and I call that God. Now, God is in everything, human and non-human. I hug a tree every day. Every day I hug a tree. I ask to be grounded. I ask to be elevated. Not just me, but humanity. Because my thing is not just for Ron. Ron is insignificant alone, but I am part of a greater whole. That whole is the human race. And as I said, it has many apparent races within it: Caucasian, Negro, Oriental. I think Native American actually is Oriental, although it depends on which side of the Atlantic or which side of the American continent you're talking about, because it's different on the east side and the west side. You know, folks, there are so many questions that I have, and I'm sure many of you are struggling to find answers to some of the questions that seem unanswerable to you. There is not an easy solution. That's why I say we need some kind of intervention, because humanity right now is so divided that I don't know if we can, by ourselves, without some kind of massive revelation and empowerment, I don't think we're capable of resolving some of the issues that we face as a human race. And that's what it's all about, folks. Are we going to survive as humanity? Somebody said that we're moving into a 5D world and everything is going to be robotic and it's going to be all machines, you know, artificial intelligence. Yeah, that's where some people are trying to take it. I believe that. And I believe that those people are very misguided. And I hope there is a correction made. I'd like to see 5G and all these other things disappear unless it can be shown that they actually build up humanity rather than tearing it down and trying to destroy it. Thank you for listening to this video and all of my videos that I've been making every day for a long time. Namaste.